Hi, I'm Bob with Tactical Fishing, and I want to talk to you today about using glass to fish weed lines, slow troll weed lines. Many of us for a long time have been using lead jigs to slow troll weed lines, and to many others this might be a new technique. But slow trolling weed lines with jigs and a minnow, plastic minnow, is a great way to catch a lot of fish. Now with slow trolling weed lines, what we've always had to use in the past is these little 1/32 ounce jigs with a little 1-inch plastic minnow on there, and you'll catch a lot of fish with them, but 2 out of 3 will be throwbacks, be too small, which they just eat up your bait and waste a lot of time. Now with the glass jigs, what we're able to do with the same weight of this 1/32 ounce jig, which is 1 gram, I go up to a size 4 hook. This is only 0.8 grams. I'm 2.5 times the size of this 1/32, and I am not hooking up on the weeds. I can slow troll. By slow trolling, I mean if you have GPS on your fish finder, then you want to be at 0.5 to 0.7 miles per hour, in between there. If you've just got the dial in on your trolling motor, keep it at about 2.5, and so you're moving really slow along those weeds, but that's where them fish are hanging out, and find a lot of crappie in there. Now with this larger jig, also with the glass, I'm able to put on a 2.5-inch minnow on here, which reduces greatly the small fish bite, and the small fish just won't hit it. The big fish, though, they come after it like dogs to steak. Now I will rig them up in this way here with a tube, and pink is a wonderful color to use, or I'll take a 3-inch minnow and bite off the head to shorten it up for the shorter bite, make it about a 2.5-inch minnow, and use it just like that, and slow troll with that. And the crappie, I will load up on crappie when other fellows are telling me they're not catching any crappie. It's midsummer, they're not finding any crappie, and they're just not fishing the right times of day, they're not using the right baits, and they're not in the right place. And because I'm coming out with crappie every time I go fishing. Now what you want to do also, if you want to, and I'm catching these crappie at about 6, 7, 8 feet at those edge of those weed lines, because they're in there feeding on them bait fish. And if you're able to, if you want to size up to a 2-watt hook, which would be, yeah, I would say it's equivalent to a 1/4 ounce jig in size, but this 2-watt hook is actually even bigger, and the 1/4 ounce is weighing 7 grams, and you can't fish with this on weed lines. There's no way to troll it. But you can use a little bit larger size and only be at 1.5 grams, and you can still troll in 8 to 10 feet of water, and that's where all them big bass are setting. And you can catch a lot of bass this way. So I want to give you a fishing tip here also. When it comes to mid-summer crappie fishing, and a lot of fellows I talk to say that the crappie just don't bite, when it gets warmer out, middle of the summer. And so they fish crappie in the spring during the spawn. They fish them in the fall, when they're, getting ready to, fattening up for winter, so to speak. And so they just don't fish them in the summertime. And, or they go and try to fish them out in the deeper water where they're suspended, and which is another topic for another video. We'll show you how to use glass to catch those crappie also. But I have found that crappie are low light feeders, so if you go out in the morning, if you can get yourself out on that water in your favorite fishing spot by sunup, then by 10 o'clock in the morning you should have your boat full of crappie by using this glass and slow trolling those weed lines. It's a great producer of big crappie, and you'll also pull in some big gills and bass along with it. So get yourself some glass jigs and go out and catch you some nice fish. There is a free 1-year replacement warranty on all glass products from Tactical Fishing.